Hey everybody, it's Norris with the Norris Group. It is Friday, December 7th, and when it comes to trends of 2018, what interior design features are we going to see disappear? That and much more as we cover the biggest headlines in real estate. You won't want to miss the radio show and podcast this week. It's Bruce and I, Dad, talking about a year in review. We've had so much going on since cashing in on a boom in September and I Survive Real Estate, and we've been working really hard on our report January 26th. We just haven't sat down to talk about what happened this year. So much interesting stuff happened. So in the radio show this week, we sort of do a recap. We talk about the things that we did in cashing in on a boom and why it was important. We talked about some cool stuff that we talked about on I Survive Real Estate, including Hyperloop and 3D printed houses. You won't want to miss that. Hopefully you will catch that on the radio show and podcast. The Mortgage Bankers Association reported a 2% increase in mortgage applications from the last week. Home prices increased 5.4% year over year, according to CoreLogic. Freddie Mac reported mortgage rates dropped for the first time in a week, with 30-year rates now at 4.75 and 15-year rates at 4.21%. And home flips decreased 12% in the third quarter to their lowest in 3.5 years. For the first time in a while, December may not be the slowest month of the year. Instead, this may be one of the better times to buy based on several important factors. First and foremost, the market is becoming a lukewarm one due to the mortgage rates, and people are getting a little bit nervous. So compared to last year, rates are a full percentage point higher and just below 5%. So it's going to be interesting to see, but maybe some people are going to get off the fence and make that last minute buy just in time, because a lot of people are worried that come next year, feds are going to raise interest rates and mortgage rates will increase, and there you go. You won't want to miss our friends over at ThinkRealty interviewing Duncan, Chief Economist of Fannie Mae. Both were on our panel of I Survive Real Estate this year. The article covers Fannie Mae, their market intelligence report, and its process behind their forecast and who relies on that. Duncan said, looking into 2019, he noted, a lot will depend on how the midterm results affect economic policy. However, Duncan's expectations for housing, he said, and I quote, have become more pessimistic. I don't like to hear that, Doug. California has seen a mass exodus of residents in recent years, according to Trulia, many of whom are exiting the state looking for better housing options, something more affordable. 12.4% of mortgage requests made by out-of-state movers were actually in Florida. But don't worry, California did not win top honors of the state losing the most people as far as out-of-state movers goes. That honor goes to Alaska. Goes to show, while it may be beautiful, ain't nobody trying to freeze. Apartment Therapy gives us 10 things you need to know when buying a hoarder house. Buying a hoarder home sounds really sexy until you start thinking about all the things that can go wrong. For instance, hoarders are not always the way they appear on TV. There's a big difference between a cluttered home and a hoarder home. There's a fine line, isn't there? Securing a mortgage of a hoarder home could be very difficult, especially if an appraiser just can't see the rooms because it's piled high with junk. But you might get a better deal. Maybe you have some cash and then go get a loan. I don't know. But you might not be able to spot potential problems under all that junk. It may be hiding things like mold or big problems on the walls or termites. You just never know what's lying underneath. If you missed the Dr. Robin Zazio interview that we did on the radio show and podcast, it is number 590 and 591. We will link it on the blog so you can listen to it. If you're interested in buying hoarder homes, there's a psychological component as you're dealing with people and what they're going through and maybe why they're hoarders. You might want to check that out. Realtor.com this week tells us that the interior design trends are shifting, and while we're not quite out of 2018 yet, they may be cooling off, and you don't want to post the stuff on 2019 or people might actually point and laugh at you. So if you have any of the following, it's time to rethink your strategy on design. So we've got gallery walls, industrial kitchens out, word art. Oh, thank goodness, I don't like word art. Gray, everything apparently is going out. I'm not quite buying that. I think there's definitely going to be some spillover in 2019. Microfiber upholstery. Gosh, why do people buy microfiber? It feels terrible. Over the stove microwaves and kitchen islands. Now, kitchen islands is a little surprising, Realtor.com. I don't know where you're getting your information. Islands are sticking around. I'm sorry about it. So I would love to hear what trends you want to see go away in 2018. and what's coming up in 2019.
If you're on YouTube, please leave a comment below and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a beat. If you're on Facebook, please don't forget to not only like the Norris Group page, but don't forget to add us to your See First list and with notifications on. Leave your comments below the video. And if we miss something, share the story on our comment sections on either YouTube or Facebook, and we'll make sure to include it on our blog at thenorrisgroup.com/blog.
We don't want to miss you out and about. We are launching an all-new chat next week. December 11th, we're going to be at the San Diego Creative Investors Association launching our all-new talk, 10 Decisions to Make Before the Next Downturn. Bruce will be launching this talk, talking with investors about what they need to be thinking about over the next 12-month period to prepare for a potential downturn. We'll launch that next Tuesday at one of the biggest holiday parties, actually one of the biggest real estate investor events in all of California all year long happens on Tuesday. So be there if you're in the area. We start back up January 2nd. We'll be doing the same talk at Prosperity Through Real Estate in Los Angeles. January 9th, we'll be doing that chat in Los Angeles at Robert Hall and Associates. That's going to be in the Glendale area. And January 17th, we're going to be doing the same chat at OC RIA. So a chance to catch us in all the major Southern California markets. We'd love to see you there. For more information on hard money loans, including fix and flip, buy and hold, and new construction, check out thenorrisgroup.com and hit that hard money tab. If you want to find out more information about passive investing with notes and mortgages and trust deeds, check out thenorrisgroup.com and hit the invest button. With that, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next week.